then we will go to the next point. Next point is one of the important point in inheritance, that is dynamic method dispatch. That is dynamic method dispatch. So what do you mean by dynamic method dispatch? Here method representing overridden method. Dynamic means at the runtime or by a reference, that is representing dynamic. Particularly this point, what the definition is saying, when an overridden method is invoking by superclass reference, okay, to perform multiple tasks, so which is known as dynamic method dispatch, So first of all, we will represent a method overriding concept, because the definition is saying when an overridden method is invoking by superclass reference. Okay, dynamic means at the runtime or by a reference. So when a method is invoking by a reference, so that part will execute at the runtime. Okay, so we will see by taking an example, we will get clarity. So what exactly dynamic method dispatch? Now I will go to my environment and I will uh, create a new class file. So let it dynamic method dispatch example. Okay, so my program name is dynamic method dispatch example.java. Okay, so now, so first of all, what we have to do, we have to represent method overriding concept. Okay, suppose first of all I will take a class. Let class X. Okay, let a class ABC. Okay, and one method I am defining. Let show method I am defining. One output statement I am writing. Dot println method. I will write Java means Ceylon software. So what I did, ABC is a class that I defined. In ABC class, one method I defined, that method name is show method. Show method definition, we can say it is the property of ABC class. Now I will create a child class, because what is my task? I have to represent the concept of method overriding, because our definition is saying when an overridden method. So let my child class is class DEF extends ABC. I will create a child class or subclass. Then same exact method I am defining, system.out.println. If I will write Java programming, now you see this show method is an overridden method, because this method show method and its signature in ABC class, show method and its signature in DEF class is exactly same. So hence we can say, so this show method is an overridden method. Suppose I will define another child class. Let class XYZ extends ABC. Okay. So now again show method I will define system.out.println. Suppose I will write Java inheritance. Now you see this is also overridden method as per the definition. So method in XYZ. XYZ is the child class or subclass. DEF is the child class or subclass. ABC is a superclass or parent class. So now so method in DEF class. So it is an overridden method. Similarly, so method in XYZ class, it is an overridden method. So I will coming to main method, public static void main string args. Okay. Now, so our definition is saying overridden method will invoke by superclass reference. My superclass is ABC. Let R. So class name something that is the reference. Now what I am doing? So ABC, DEF, XYZ. So all are classes. So among three classes, ABC is a superclass, DEF and XYZ two subclasses. So I will declare an object. Let obj1 equals to new ABC, DEF obj2 equals to new DEF, XYZ obj3 equals to new XYZ. So in this way, three object I declare. Three object. Obj1 is the object of ABC class. Obj2 is the object of DEF class. Obj3 is the object of XYZ class. Then in which way that every method I am invoking, you see. So as per the definition, method will invoke by reference. So I will write R equals to OB1. That means the reference R will refer to OB1. OB1 is the object of ABC class. If I will write R dot show method, then control will go to execute this show method, ABC class show method. Java means Ceylon software. This message will come to our picture. Then after completing the task, R will release if I will write R equals to OB2. OBJ1, let my object OBJ. So then R equals to OBJ2. Then R dot show. You see, the reference R is referring to OBJ2. OBJ2 is the object of DEF class. So when I will write R dot show method, then control will go to execute DEF class show method, this part. Similarly, if I will write R equals to obj3, then R dot show method. So when the reference will refer to obj3, obj3 is the object of XYZ class. Then when I will invoke show method by R, then control will go to execute XYZ class show method, Java inheritance. So in this way, every show method I invoked by the reference R. Now I will hit run. And you see, so happily we got output. Java means Ceylon software, then Java programming, and then Java inheritance. So by a reference, not individually, every method I invoked by the object. All so method I called by the reference are. Okay, so this is known as dynamic method dispatch. I hope everybody is understanding. And this is an example of a runtime polymorphism. So already I have given the concept about polymorphism, ability to take more than one form, method overloading in chapter class that we had discussed. Method overloading was an example of compile time polymorphism. At the time of compilation the compiler was understanding, but here it is a runtime polymorphism. So method having ability to display a message java means silence of air. Same show method having another ability to display a message that is java programming. Similarly, same show method having another ability to display java inheritance. So ability to take more than one form, that is representing polymorphism, since it is happening at the runtime, because show method is invoking by a reference. So when a method is invoking by a reference, so at the runtime the control is understanding the fact. So hence we can say it is an example of runtime polymorphism. You remember when the interviewer will ask you, so give the example of compile time polymorphism, that is method overloading, and give the example of a runtime polymorphism, that is dynamic method dispatch. So this is all about the concept of dynamic method dispatch. I hope everybody got clarity.